Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Premier League Fantasy Football and welcome to my video. In today's video, I want to look at some of the best budget defenders to use for our FPL teams. If you're new to the channel, please do subscribe and drop a like on the video as it will help my channel out a lot. So here we go. Now I picked 5 defenders that are under 5.0 million. That is definitely going to help us out for our FPL teams. Now, don't get me wrong, this is not like the best of the 5. I think these are just some of the players that I think that could do really well and is going to be definitely useful for our FPL teams. I'm not saying that all these players are going to be starters on our teams. They probably are going to be more of a team kind of a structure, right? And there's going to be certain times that we will use them and certain times that we won't. But there might be a few here that we'll definitely use on our FPL starting 11, which will be definitely useful for us. The other thing that I wanted to mention is it is early stages. So there's going to be a lot more defenders that I'm going to be going through and looking at. I'm going to be doing a lot more research and I'm going to be trying to find that 4.0 million defender that is going to play, that is going to be attacking, and it's going to be on everyone's team. So watch out for that. I'm pretty sure that there are a few players out there, but I want to do a proper research before I come back to this. Okay. So I'll pick 5 players that could be very useful for us. And as you can see, I changed a few things around. I hope that you guys like the new UI that I've created. It's something a little bit different, the way it looks. So I went with the basic stuff, and then slowly, when we get towards to the deadline, I'm going to be adding more stats here. So like, the XG, the minutes, and so on. But anyways, let's go through the video. So first up, I've got Tomiyasu from Arsenal. That is 4.5 million defender. With Arsenal's fixtures, as you can see, the first 4 fixtures for Arsenal is Crystal Palace away, which is going to be difficult, right? It's going to be a difficult game for Arsenal to go there and, to keep a clean sheet. So you could bring this player in and actually put him on the bench in game week 1. Then it becomes a little bit more easier. Then they've got Leicester at home, even though it's on the grey kind of a look, meaning that it's going to be difficult. But I think being at home is going to be a massive advantage. Then it's Bournemouth away. So that's a championship team coming up to the Premier League this season. That's going to be a good chance for Arsenal to do well in. And they've got Fulham at home. Now then, if you look like further down to like game week 5 to like game week 8, they still got a really good lineup of fixtures for them to do well in. And the way it's looking, with them buying Jesus, there's going to be probably a lot more goals. I think Jesus is actually a really good player that has got the potential to do extremely well. And we just got to keep our eye on Arsenal really this season. I think they could do well with the midfielders they've got. They've got Saka, they've got Smith Rowe, they've got Odegaard. They've got a lot of players that are exciting youngsters, right? That it could be like they done really well last season, and I think they're going to do a lot more better this season. That is going to definitely help the overall team. So last season, Tomiyasu scored 0 goals, assisted 1, and only got 9 clean sheets. If he can keep himself fit, he is definitely a good option for our FPL teams. Next one on my list is Matt Doherty. That is a 5 million defender from Tottenham. Now Tottenham, on the other hand, they got a really good team right now. They got really good strike forwards, and I can see them scoring a lot of goals. They got Perisic, they got Kulusevski, they got Son, they got Kane, and Richarlison. I mean, that is a lot of firepower up there to score a lot of goals. And him being in that wing, in defense, is going to definitely bring a lot of FPL points for our FPL teams. And 5 million, I think that's pretty damn good. So as you can see, last season he scored 2 goals and 5 assists, and he kept only 3 clean sheets. He didn't really play a lot of minutes last season, so that's why the clean sheets is quite low. And these are the stats that I'm thinking to add on to this page to show more stats so we can all see. But as you can see, the first 4 fixtures that I'm just mainly looking at is Southampton at home. Now that is a very, very, very good home fixture for them to start the Premier League season. Then is Chelsea away, difficult, so maybe you can bench him and then have another player that is cheap enough to be in your team to actually be in the starting 11. That could be a good way to do, good kind of a strategy. They've got Wolves at home, another good fixture for them to keep a clean sheet, and they've got Nottingham Forest away, a championship that's been promoted to the Premier League away. So very good fixtures there. A 5 minutes is a little bit more expensive than a 4.5, but because we've seen him before in the past, we know what he can do. He's very attacking and he has the potential to score goals. So definitely on my radar. I'm definitely thinking to actually bring him into my FPL team. Next up is a player that not everyone's thinking about, is Jensen. A player from Brentford that is 4.5 million. Now, it's not on everyone's radar, but for me, it actually is. I think he is a good, solid player that plays nearly every single minute for his team. The fixtures are actually not too bad. If you look ahead as well, it's actually not too bad, and is a player that you can definitely rotate with another 4.5 player if you want to go with that strategy. So as you can see, last season he scored 3 goals. That's actually quite a decent amount of goals for a defender. 4 assists as well, and 8 clean sheets. For him, you're kind of guaranteeing that he's going to get those minutes, and that's why he's on this list. He's a player that not everyone has, not everyone's talking about, but I actually want him in my FPL team, in my overall squad. The fixtures, as you can see, it isn't the best. And they've got Leicester City away. I don't think that's a good fixture for him to keep a clean sheet or get anything from, so definitely bench. Manchester United at home, you just never know these days. Fulham away is a very good fixture for Brentford to do well in, and they've got Everton at home. So I'm definitely looking at, like rotation, right? And rotating our players around. And I am actually thinking to create a video where we can do that. And this guy that has scored, 3 goals and 4 assists last season and still got 8 clean sheets, I think he could bring a lot of points this season as well. Not on everyone's radar, and a very, very good differential for sure. Now, the next player on this list is Jonny from Wolves, a 4.5 million defender. Only 2 goals last season, 0 assists, and only 2 clean sheets. Is because he was injured quite a lot at the early stages of the season. He's back, and hopefully he can continue to be fit, because he is a player that has the potential to score high amount of points. It's just something to watch out for. I think we got to look at Wolves because of at least these first 4 fixtures. If we look at them, is Leeds away, which I think is a good fixture for them. Leeds is kind of like they're losing their best players, and they need to bring the players, they need to start getting new players and adjust and stuff like that. So I think this could be a good opportunity for Wolves to do well in. They've got Fulham at home, which is a great fixture for them to keep a clean sheet and to do well in. That's why Jonny is a player to look out for. There are competitions though for him, so for his position, so we've got to watch out for it. So I'm not saying that we should definitely bring this guy, but definitely keep an eye on him. Then it's Tottenham away, which is a difficult fixture, and Newcastle at home, a very good fixture for them to keep a clean sheet. I got my eye on Wolves defenders to kind of rotate with another 4.5 player that I might go and get that could kind of work out for my FPL team. I would just say for him, just watch out, check the preseason, see if he actually continues to play, see if he's fit and ready, and I think he could be a good option moving forward. And the last player that I wanted to talk to you guys about is Lamptey. What a player. I love this player. He's so exciting to watch on the fields. A 4.5 million Brighton defender. The fixtures are not the best, but as you can see, there's a potential of us to rotate him with another, a 4.5 million defender, which I'm definitely now thinking about it even more. I really want to make that video and just compare these defenders and see which ones are the best kind of combo. But 0 goals last season, 2 assists, and only 6 clean sheets. Now, every time he plays, though, he's so exciting to watch. And I think a lot of FPL managers out there really loves this player. He has a lot of potential to do well if he can keep himself fit. And, you know, with the new season, things could change, right? Things could definitely help him out. So as you can see, the fixtures, the first 4 isn't the best, but there are spots there that could be okay. So we've got Manchester United away, isn't a good fixture for Brighton to keep a clean sheet. But Newcastle at home is pretty decent, and that Leeds at home is a very good fixture for them to actually keep a clean sheet. It's all about Lamptey keeping himself fit. If he's fit, he's going to be on a lot of people's teams. I'm pretty certain of that. He didn't play that many minutes last season because of his injuries. That's why some of the stats here is quite low. But, you know, there are reasons why these players that I mentioned in this video are in people's teams, or people are talking about it because there are potentials. And those are the things that we're looking at. Potentials to do really well for us, to get there before someone else does. And yeah, that is pretty much it, guys. I hope that you have enjoyed this. I'm definitely going to come back to this later on down the line, you know, before the season kicks off, because there's going to be a lot of pre-season. There's a lot of transfers. There's a lot of like really cheap players going on to the like really good teams that could do well and has the possibility to be gems. But for now, let's go with this. I'll update some of the stats as well. I'll add more stuff in there so we can see and maybe look more further ahead, because I think a lot of people are looking at a strategy where maybe wildcarding around game week 8 or something and kind of like look out for the next 8 fixtures, because you know, with the tournament towards the end of the year, that's definitely gonna change things around. So anyways, guys, I hope that you guys enjoyed this. I hope that you guys like the new layout. It's a little bit different. I'm just testing it out, really. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And yeah, if you are new to the channel, please do subscribe, as it helps my channel out a lot. And yeah, drop a like on the video. Hopefully it can reach 100, but 50 will be great. And then yeah, I'm actually going to go and create like budget midfielders that could do really well for us and will be very useful for our FPL teams next. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya.